So now it's time for us to add the actual programming instructions into the RescueBot application to make use of this new field in the database that our migration just added. So let's go over to, well, we're already in the editor. Let's go over to the animals page in the application. So if we have a look here, you can see here that here in my web browser, I'm looking at rescuebot.co. This is what's actually on the, the internet that's live. But when you're programming, you don't want to make changes to the live server because that's got real data on it and people are using it. And if you make a mistake, then you're going to screw up what everyone's doing. So you need to still run the same code that's on the server, but you're going to run it on your computer. And that means that you're going to run it locally. You're not going to run it remotely on a server. You're going to run it locally on your computer. So here I have a server set up at localhost, which means my own computer, and then port 3000, which means it's running on port 3000. You don't have to really know what that means yet. But if I try and load it, it says, oh, the site can't be reached. That's because the server is not actually running. So I'm going to run it. I'm going to go over here to another window. And let's clear all that. And I'm going to say bundle exec Puma -v. And Puma is the name of the server. Oh, I got an error. Look at that. Your file, app bottles message, caused a database error while active admin was loading. This is most common when your database is missing or doesn't have the latest migrations applied. Ooh, okay. Well, we've got to fix that. Unable to load application. Your file, oh, it's the same thing. All right, so this is complaining about message.rb line 11. So let's go have a look at that line. So let's go to message.rb, and here's line 11. I wonder what is the problem with this line. Let's see. This is most common, cause a database error. This is most common when your database is missing or it doesn't have the latest migrations applied. But I just ran my migrations. Maybe I need to make sure I'm specifying that I'm doing this for the development environment and not production. Development. Oh, look at that. Yes, that was the mistake. I fixed it. I told Rails that I wanted to run the server for the development server, not the production one that's up on the actual internet. Okay, great. So that means that now that I fixed that, if I go back over here to my browser and I hit reload, now it's actually running, right? Now I have a version of RescueBot that's just running here on my on my local machine. And now if I go to the animals page, you can see there are animals here. So down here, these are cats. So I'm going to scroll that off the screen so you don't have to look at an actual cat. Although actually here is a cat silhouette. Let's get rid of that so you don't have to look at that either. Okay, great. So let's okay, so anyway, this is what it looks like. So let's go to the animals page of the application so that we can see how to make our change. So the first thing we need to do is we need to tell the system that this new field, rescued, is permitted to be used in the system. And so we have to add it to this permit params line. So I'm going to add a comma here because I'm putting another item in the list. And I'm just going to add the word rescued. Okay, so that's done. That's good. But I also have to add this not to just the application page. I also have to add it to the animal model file. So it's a separate file that is also used when dealing with animals in the system. And let's just look for, yeah, there's params. So here's another list of params I have to add rescued to, and so I've done that, so that's done as well. You can see up here that there's a blue circle and a blue X. That means that these two files have edits in them, but haven't been saved to the disk yet. this is a black X, and that's black X because we haven't made any changes. If I want to save them both at the same time, if I want to save that one and that one, then I can just save them simultaneously by hitting Option Command S. So anyway, now that I've added those fields to the application file and the model file, now we can start to make some changes in the actual interface, what people will actually see on the screen. So we'll do that next.